Hi, I'm Brett Parker, Multimedia Specialist for Snack Food and Wholesale Bakery. And today we're highlighting J&J Snack Foods, a company that specializes in some of the most recognizable snack brands that have shown up in sports stadiums and amusement parks for generations, such as Super Pretzel and Dipping Dots. Super Pretzel has even unveiled new Bavarian Soft Pretzel Sticks. Here to discuss all this with us is Joanne Mizner, Vice President of Marketing Retail for J&J Snack Foods. Joanne, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Brett. I'm very excited to be here today.
So on the website for J&J Snack Foods, it explains that it's a company that nerds out on what makes snack foods so fun. What do you feel are the most essential principles to make a snack product fun?
Awesome. Well, snacks are fun, right? And one of our taglines that we use on our website is fun served here. But I think what makes snacks so much fun is there are a variety of flavors that, the entire family can enjoy. Usually when you're snacking, you're really around, you're sharing, you're socializing, you're enjoying like fun activities, maybe in groups. Kind of it's like a way to connect. Snacks also really bring a feeling of nostalgia. I think especially some of our brands like Super Pretzel and Icy, they kind of tap into that childhood memory. And if you're a parent, you're also maybe sharing that with your children. And then maybe one other fun thing about snacks is they're usually customizable, at least many of ours are. So you can kind of pair them with your favorite dipping sauce or maybe a sweet treat, and kind of lends itself to creativity. And I think all of those things make it really fun.
Well, what are the strongest consumer trends you notice in how people select snack foods in public entertainment spaces such as sports stadiums and amusement parks?
Sure. I think that when you go into a sports stadium, amusement park, or any out of home experience, some of the things you might be looking for are like convenience or portability, because you might be running to your seats or maybe dashing around the park to get to the next attraction. You might have a lot of things in your hand or you're with a lot of people. Another thing I think that's really that we're seeing that people want when they're having that out of home experience is just that immersed kind of food that's themed to where they are. So maybe if in your sports stadium, you might want something that's towards that theme. Or if you're in an attraction, you might want to see a character theming to something that immerses you into that whole type of experience. We're also seeing like gourmet foods kind of pop up in stadiums. So again, I think the consumer trend is that we're looking for quality and gourmet and just really high experience items. And we're kind of like you want what you pay for. So when you're kind of working out $7, $8 at the stadium or amusement park, you want a gourmet experience. So those are kind of some of the trends that we're seeing when people are snacking out of home.
Well, outside of those trends, in terms of just like taste and snack type, do consumers have different expectations of these snack products when they consume it at home versus purchasing them at a public entertainment venue?
In my opinion, they do. I think when you're snacking at home, you might be prioritizing convenience. You might tend to maybe choose a snack that's a little bit healthier, maybe fits a dietary need that you're following. You might also be choosing a snack that caters to social gatherings, so something that's really universal across a lot of ages. I think when you're out of home, you're maybe really looking for that indulgence treat, that gourmet treat, or the experience treat that I just mentioned. You also are kind of maybe looking for a food that really brings some excitement. And I think those are kind of the differences between when you're snacking at home versus when you are snacking in the stadium. I think something else about the stadium snacks is that they're usually oversized. And I think that that kind of adds to the experience too.
Well, in merging the two realms, what would you say are the biggest challenges in creating a snack that's for home consumption but tastes exactly like it was purchased at a stadium event?
This one can be a little bit tricky. I think the biggest challenge might be trying to replicate the flavor and the texture that you get when you have an experience, in a stadium or out of home than you do at home. When you're going to a restaurant, stadium, park, they're using commercialized equipment, they're using special cooking techniques, and that might be hard to replicate at home. We do pride ourselves on trying to ensure that our pretzels have the same ingredients across the brand, and that they're the same quality. I also think that like when you're out of home, the presentation or just the whole way that the product is delivered to you may cause it to be a little bit more appealing. You might have a branded wrapper, or as I mentioned, like oversized, and you're just in that excitement place. But something at home, I think we're really working on our packaging and stuff to update different cooking methods so that you can kind of experience in your own way. If you're looking to maybe have it in the microwave really quick, maybe for an after school snack, you can do that. You can use, an air fryer. Many of our homes these days we have an air fryer option, so that kind of gives it a little bit of a different texture. And then you have your everyday oven. So I think those different oven preps for at home help kind of bridge the gap back to the stadium experience.
Now, your company has some very recognizable classic brands that consumers have enjoyed for generations. Is there one specific snack that has been the most consistently popular compared to the rest?
Our Super Pretzel, soft pretzels definitely is one of the snacks that's been around the longest. It is one that when you mention that brand, everyone has a nostalgic memory of eating it, or both at home and in a stadium platform. Um, I think that, the reason one of the taglines that we have is it's America's favorite soft pretzel, and I think that holds true. And the uptick of just pretzels in general, and from out of home, at home, restaurants, there's not a menu that you can't find that has a pretzel on it. So I think soft pretzels, and specifically our Super Pretzel, is one of the brands that resonates the best with consumers.
Absolutely. Well, that's all the time that we have for today. Joanne Mizner of J&J Snack Foods, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And thank you all for watching.